Um, yeah, hello and welcome to the Dominion Championship 2022 quarterfinal between JNails and Sangatsu. With me there's RTT and
Hi there.
hello. We already got our first kingdom, our first buy already. Um,
No
so
village.
no village. So also there's no thinning besides
Oh,
mint.
mint.
Mint, yeah,
Mint obelisk.
mint. Yeah, mint obelisk. Tough one. Is there a mint fiefdom silver strategy going on? It's also pirate as a treasure gainer, which is sometimes non-terminal.
Yeah, you can make it non-terminal. Uh,
Oh yeah, there's also raid. Raid
oh,
fiefdom.
oh, oh, maybe we have. Oh, I have the card names in German still.
Oh,
The plus actions from
paddock.
empty pile.
Yeah,
Paddock. There's a village.
yeah. After fiefdom and silvers are gone, we are gonna pivot back into villages with paddock. How does that sound?
Okay, Feardom raid. Is that a thing here?
I mean, the kingdom is quite weak, right?
Yeah, but probably provincing is probably not too bad. Courier is pretty nice in big decks.
Yeah. Could also be just a few sacred groves, maybe, or paddocks. Yeah, paddocks might be better even terminally.
Panic's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. Okay, Sangatsu.
JNails just JNails insta clicked Korea and now we are waiting. But
Yeah,
there's a 5-2
yeah.
raid open.
Oh,
Open the mint
mint, mint.
at the trashing in. But actually pirate could be decent. You gotta get treasures at some point here.
Yeah.
There's no way around getting
Mm-hmm.
treasures and then you will activate it pretty
Yeah,
regularly, I think.
yeah,
So
yeah. I mean, I think Sacred Grove, Paddock, Pirate all sound at least reasonable.
growth's
Opts for
interesting,
the
yeah.
Sacred Grove. Uh, yeah, Silver made sense. Passing also makes sense.
So now we go into the boon luck.
Yeah,
Oh, gold.
good one. If they don't want to go for the fiefdom thing, pretty
But
sure they
also
will
just
take
buy
it.
the gold. But if you get the gold now, you can also buy the courier, so that's... I would take it probably here.
Mm-hmm.
And JNails could also just take it and buy a silver, why not?
True. They're playing for a spot in the semi-final, obviously. Do you know the opponent waiting for them?
Marin.
Mari. Oh,
Marin.
Marin. Yeah. So there's the first gold, and yeah, both are going for gold. So looks like more of a province thing. Maybe fairgrounds for someone who's falling behind. Can gain some treasures, maybe a wisp. So 10 should be easy. Distinct. Now we see JNails choice of 5. I doubt it's gonna be gold.
Oh, why not? It's JNails after all.
It's JNails. Yeah.
Raid for 1 silver.
Could we? It's a pirate, okay.
Pirate. River's decent.
Mhm.
But of course both get it, so...
Yeah. I think it's pretty established that usually the boons are better for the person not playing the grove, but I think here it doesn't matter that much.
Hmm.
Kind of okay for both. Okay,
There's
no.
always those 2 boons that always only help you.
Yeah, that's true.
So that should equal things out, and then you are the one with the plus buy.
Yeah.
They don't have one. Oh, pirate in hand. Province?
Yeah, JNails didn't take raid with 2 silvers last turn, so I think both are going towards provinces. Could be now, I'd think.
Yeah,
At the
I
end of the
don't.
shuffle, yeah. Oh, a mint.
Ooh,
Win silver. Interesting.
Win
4
silver
coppers.
and buy silver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and the pirate gets played immediately and resolved.
Oh, did he undo and play on? Or he just played coppers? Okay. No province rush. Maybe Sangatsu is now really going for raids. Then you probably start about now. Gotta get
Oh
a
yeah,
lot of silvers and the attack
that
part.
that is.
But there's second province. He also raids. No,
No,
Sacred Grove. Oh,
that's
that's
Sacred
fast.
Grove. Yeah.
I should really turn on animations for commenting.
And JNails is pretty quick on the draw today. A nice Moonskiff for both of them here, even. That's unusual. But in these decks, pretty decent. So here you kind of need to buy a treasure, right? You want to get the pirate. Okay, so that's a Fiadum strategy for Sangatsu for sure now.
That's nice. Nice. We don't have a mirror.
Yeah, that's true.
Pretty cool. Excellent draws for JNails so far. Hitting 8 all the way, all the time.
Mhm.
Although one time he didn't go for the province. Okay, 3 silvers. We are really starting on the silvers now.
Yeah, and the raid could actually
Ooh,
hurt quite a bit, right?
that was a good win skiff for Sangatsu. But Flames gift at this hand.
Is this
How
double
much does he
raid?
have? Can you get
Yeah,
double raid?
I think it's a double raid here.
At some point the problem is you can only buy one Fiadum a turn even with like 10 silvers, 5 silvers in hand.
Yeah, that's
Missing the
true. There's only
buys.
one Sacred Grove in the deck. So I assume
But
this will be
this one
one.
will be a Fiadum. Unless no
Yeah.
Sun's gift.
Yeah. The courier is doing surprisingly well, I would say, so far.
Yeah, I wasn't that surprised
No,
because big decks and courier
good card
fit pretty
for
good
that.
together.
Yeah, that's true. Do you know whether
It's like
Sangatsu has one or does JNails have both?
JNails has both.
Okay. Yeah, also pretty good for Sangatsu if the force now wouldn't be locked into Fiadum buys.
Ooh, 5 silver turn.
Yeah, 2 silvers, 5
Oh,
coins.
JNails even buys a fairgrounds. I wouldn't think that's what you're gonna do,
No, not against
right?
Fiadum, right?
You have to end the game
Yeah.
somehow.
Yeah. Either contest the Fiadum pile or try to empty provinces.
And then the 6 could have been a gold.
Oh.
Okay, there's the forest. Unfortunately, only 4, only 7, but that's another silver.
So I'm expecting that's an $8 feed. No, probably one more raid
Right,
here
right.
with 4.
But
Yeah.
like 4 silvers,
Oh no, does not.
powers up all your Fiadums by 1 point on average, but now
Hmm.
JNails goes into the denial play.
Yeah. I think it's 7 point with
Oh man,
7 coins.
that's a 9 coin Fiadum. We're going to get this 10 coin Fiadum now.
Is it 9? I thought it was 7. 26.
Coins, not points. How much
Coins.
he paid for it
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
effectively.
Yeah.
Yeah, now he paid 10 for that.
Yeah.
Oh, he has a courier, so my mistake.
Yeah. Oh, now this is an
Ooh,
awkward hand.
what a good boon
Yep.
for a son.
Oh, yeah.
Brutal.
So
Okay, I
12
guess
point lead.
the raid thing was pretty good.
Raid thing worked out, yeah.
You gotta have some decent mint early on, because all the coppers really hurt the raids. But he
Yeah.
got it, and then he played it out pretty
Yeah.
well. I don't think there's a comeback here. All the
Uh-huh.
silvers had too much in greening.
Would be interesting to know whether he pivoted into Fiadum after getting the good
Oh,
mint.
2 more
or,
raids here, right?
Yeah.
Two
Yeah.
more raids.
Then a resign, I would expect, actually. Because this is 20 points already and another raid. Yeah.
Empty those silvers.
Yeah. There's no way.
Well done.
Getting.
From the second player seat.
Yeah. Nice to see a card like Theodem shine once in a blue moon. Yeah.
The worst card of Dark Ages.
I beg to differ, but
Oh, beggar.
yeah, it was. I'm not even sure. I just the power was just there. Okay, another silver gaining event, but no Theodem this time.
Sweet.
This
But
looks.
we have village draw engine.
Yeah.
Everything's there, but I still think we gotta see a 3-pile ending here because you
Yeah.
gain so much stuff with magpies and armories.
Yeah. The payload is kind of underwhelming, so you gotta play with more multiple armories, I would think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Baron, but
Mhm.
probably not.
Yeah, Marquis
Armory
also
Sheepdog also works well.
True. Marquis gives buy as well if one doesn't want to play with the Baron. Yeah. Research is the only trashing. Which, yeah, kind of difficult to pick up in the early game here with magpies and armories being kind of attractive.
You can just armory one research early on, right? If you have
Yeah.
like an estate in the next hand that you know of,
Yeah.
pretty good.
So the tax makes the opening here kind of trickier than you would expect.
2-5 even. We haven't talked about that.
Yeah.
Oh. So I
So
mean, Sangatsu can just tax the armory after seeing the 2.
true.
I think. But what
JNails could
does
tax
JNails tax?
something. Yeah, silver.
Silver. Enough of that.
Yeah.
The respect tax.
Yeah. Nice nod to the first. Yeah.
But takes the debt and.
Yeah, takes one dead.
I mean, it's
Makes
not that
sense.
different from what Sangatsu had with 4 coins and 1 debt. Now he also has 1 debt. Both opened armory, and the only
Sure.
thing is JNails has 1 extra debt now.
Yeah. You kind of need to check the armory there, I think. Otherwise, the opponent can just pile on debt and gain any armory they want, but the first needs to be bought, so I think just biting.
Okay, second one.
Yeah.
That will be,
Okay.
yeah, as I thought. A lot of gaining.
Yeah.
Will we
So
see sheepdogs though?
I'm expecting a magpie or research first.
Okay,
Before
no
we
black castle.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, here, do you really want to play sheepdog?
I mean, you are not playing it,
Yeah,
or are you?
playing next turn, right?
Can you play it before top decking it?
No,
No, it's
no,
not in hand.
no. But next
So
turn,
if you already have one in hand, then you can like
trigger.
trigger
Yeah.
both of the sheepdogs.
But you don't know whether you draw an armory next turn, so I don't think I'd top deck a sheepdog here.
Could just be like a plaza or magpie.
Yeah.
Probably start with the magpies, right?
Yeah, I would like a magpie.
Magpie sheepdog can also work pretty well.
Oh yeah.
Less well, they have some synergy and some anti-synergy.
Yeah, and you're probably not trashing many coppers here, so I think the magpies are just pretty good. Even if they mess up with your dogs. Are magpies and sheepdogs or dogs natural enemies, or just in Dominion? Oh, there's the research. Okay. Took some time to evaluate options.
Yeah, probably just because a lot of magpies make it harder to change sheepdogs.
Yeah, the chaining is the thing. You miss the chain and But it's also not that important here. You will probably gain enough villages. Um, yeah. So 2 coins will just be another tax. Yeah. Taxing anything that
Excellent.
costs below 4 is kind of inconsequential, I would say. So you can just do that freely and probably not suffer the consequences.
Well, with the errata, our tax would work for conquest, right?
Uh,
When you gain it in the buy phase,
oh,
you take the debt, so they are kind of taxing conquest.
oh, the first conquest costs you. Okay, so
We'll see if they are aware of that change.
yeah, just turned off the recent errata warning today. So
Oh,
um,
I never got that. Really?
uh,
There's something about it.
yeah, had a pop up in every game like this card got recently errataed, and it's kind of helpful if you if you're me.
Okay, I didn't have that for ages. Maybe I just clicked it away at the start.
Yeah, I don't know how old that feature is actually. So both players got a plaza. They have 2 armories. There's only 1 research gone, 1 sheepdog. Some
They had
asymmetry.
a lot of 2-coin hands.
Yeah.
So it's always, oh, nice. Both armories and the plaza. That was lucky. And magpie. The plaza, okay.
Okay, so are they fighting for the villages now?
Ooh, sets armory and sheepdog aside. Like to see that, and now you can
Yeah,
armory a plaza. That looks good.
that looks like a really nice turn. So there's also Haunted Woods, which surprises me a bit.
Hmm.
But I guess on exact 5 it's the
Uh,
best thing you can do.
Consistency. How much does the attack hurt? And they gain a card they bought, so that's not working against conquest. But anything else you buy,
Yeah.
it doesn't hurt that much. They are probably going to trash all the estates soon.
Hmm.
It's just for the consistency.
Yeah. I would have liked a marquee over it, but
Did he
I
have 6?
assume he didn't have 6, so it's not really relevant. Mostly because the buy is, I think, more
And I
pleasant on
just
the
had
draw
5.
card. Yeah. Oh, here are you supposed to discard copper? It's kind of tough. I don't think you draw till the end, right? You top deck 2 things with the armory, so. Ah, hello, Marin, or
It's
semi-finalist.
also probably not
Shit.
mattering that much.
No. This could likely be not enough coins for a buy, right? I guess it will be.
Ooh, now he will
Ooh, Baron.
trigger the... No, he won't trigger.
Interesting.
Just trigger on the second armory, I think.
Yeah, I think another plaza, right? To.
Research, I would guess.
Oh.
So you can... Yeah, that would line up pretty good and get you a clean shuffle. Or no, he just gained a Baron. Probably wants to discard the estate,
Yeah.
not trash it.
Yeah,
He can trash a copper.
Yeah, so there's no other terminal, right? Just the Baron. I don't think there are any other terminals actually bought, so.
Could just be another sheepdog.
True. Is that a perfectly clean shuffle then? I think so.
Yeah. Don't really like the Baron actually. you really want to get rid of the estates.
Yeah,
And
I kind of agree. You need the plus buy later. But I mean, if it nets you 2 buys, I think it's fine, actually. Yeah. But now you have to buy something with debt on it.
no.
No? Okay.
Haunted Woods Sheepdog.
Out with sheepdog. Okay. So,
Or another plaza. Lots of terminals now on the deck.
true, yeah. I think the plaza buy is good. Gaining the mid-turn might
Safe
be
by the
too late.
plaza by. Just imagine that this is the plaza you bought.
Yeah, exactly.
That
And
makes you feel good.
do we gain another one here? Just in case? You might want to play Haunted
Could
Woods,
also just be a sheepdog.
Baron, and Armory.
I would probably gain a sheepdog here just to draw
Draw a lot.
more.
Yeah, I can see that too. Um, yeah, I think it's just between Sheepdog and Plaza, I would think. I doubt it's going to be anything else, but I'm ready to be surprised. Yeah, that is.
Okay.
Doesn't see a lot of
Sangatsu looks
cards.
pretty ahead. With all the sheepdogs. 4-1
Thought one.
split.
Yeah, true. One fewer Plaza though? I'm actually not sure, but if they also had in Plazas, then it would, look fairly grim.
He just didn't draw like a Haunted Woods here. God, he set it aside.
Yeah, Armory, Haunted Woods would have been nice to draw, but I guess next turn could be the one where you draw most of the deck. Or at least everything important.
There's not a lot of drawdown there. So he would have to be lucky to top deck sheepdogs.
Just one Plaza down there, okay. Yeah. I mean, there's one Armory top decking Sheepdog. Okay.
Okay, another sheepdog. And a magpie was there.
Okay, so JNails is the first to get chaining Haunted Woods down. Follows on the Baron. Interestingly. Surely this is a Sheepdog?
JNails plays super fast.
Yeah.
I like that. Makes it more fun to watch.
So, okay. Drew 2 Sheepdogs. So you could top deck a Sheepdog, draw it, and then gain another one. That's what I would expect. So of course it's going to be quite an interesting game state once the sheepdogs run and the plazas go low and the magpies do their thing, so could get dangerous in 1 or 2 turns for the piles. But they don't have that much payload yet, so also difficult to start greening properly at that point.
Sangatsu could just province here if he wanted.
Elects not to go for the sheepdog chain here, so there are quite a few down there. Kind of feels like it has to be another plaza that you put in there. Yeah.
Black cat. Another haunted woods. Okay, goes for the balance and duration.
Yeah.
But man, the
Ooh.
piles are really scary now.
Yeah, 2 magpie hits here.
It's only
But
JNails' deck isn't like good enough to threaten it, really.
yeah, do you research an armory here or the Baron? I think
Could even research the haunted woods.
true.
Like, the turns are probably not.
I think I would top deck now in the armory, then research the Baron and play Haunted Woods and hope to have a really good turn next turn. Where you can pile and get a point.
Baron is so sad.
Yeah. I mean, it can draw 4 cards here, so that's probably the best Baron can ever do. So,
You mean trash the Baron, gain another Baron, or what?
again, an armory, I would say. To threaten piles next turn. And with Haunted Woods and researching Baron, you draw a lot of cards. Is it 12? 12 starting cards? Sounds appealing to me. You haven't talked about what Sangatsu can do in terms of winning on piles. So there's the Baron gone.
If you had a points lead, you could, like, if your magpies hit, can gain 4 cards. Out points lead.
I wouldn't top deck cat. But okay, JNails
I mean,
does.
if that stops them from greening, that could be worth it.
True.
Like if they somehow decide to not province because of that.
Oh yeah, I mean I would think they need to. Here now.
Sangatsu either wins here or greens.
Yeah, oh, there's an armory. Is there an armory pile out?
Makes it easier, of course. I don't think you have enough actions to pile all that out.
Okay, you would need a little bit more draw, but there's probably also a draw where you can autopile the magpies with 2 armories in hand. But that required
maybe
a bit more draw.
That requires drawing the deck or a big research.
Yeah.
And so there your deck is empty. Like, but what do you research
if you
there? The
top
plaza?
deck 2 cards in a row with armory.
No, you don't even have magpie in hand.
Yeah,
Does it even have more magpies?
It also requires 2 magpies in hand, for sure. I kind of assumed they have at least 2 out of 7, but
he just played the magpie and it hit a copper. Also, you discarded lots of copper, which would not imply that you are going for
the win.
Stuff like that.
So we already established that Conquest could go around the cat, but it would come with 7 dead.
Yeah, ouch.
Ouch. And it's hard to make it worth more than 2, unless you want to spend an armory gain on that.
I could still see armory on silvers here, so you can double province, maybe.
Oh, as a one-time thing with the coffers?
And that should be a big enough points lead to pile out next turn if you still draw.
Yeah, imagine you had a marquee now in this hand.
Well,
Well,
it's still only getting you up to 10.
yeah, but you can make it draw 5 and give you the buy. And you could discard 2 action cards for your magpies if you actually have multiple magpies. But yeah, we are off here. So what are Sangatsu's options? Is single province even good enough? Maybe single province and a black hat is good enough? No, one black hat doesn't do anything. So,
Armory on the black cat, yeah.
yeah. But yeah, JNails is 1 point ahead. The province is worth
Yeah, but
5, so
JNails probably can't pile out end province next turn.
I wouldn't count on that. The magpies should be, I think. JNails has a fair shot at that. Autopilot magpies.
He had the big draw set up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he has 3 armories? No, Sangatsu got his third.
Yeah.
Okay, he just straight up played the sheepdog. Now you can do magpies.
Oh yeah, but you need to
At least
gain
one.
one.
Yeah.
You need to gain one. Oh, that's
Okay,
interesting.
that seems good.
Doesn't seem like going for a win.
Yeah, but it sets up the next turn.
Yep.
Get some coppers out of the
Black
thing.
black
Oh,
cats,
top
yeah.
deck 2 black cats. Reasonable. And now the province, I guess. And next turn with 3 armories if you draw. That should be pretty good.
So, if there's an armory soon in JNails' hand, I think all of the magpies are lucky. I think you can. It doesn't have the Baron buy anymore, so yeah.
And not the coins. He's pretty
Doesn't.
low on economy.
Yeah, he would need a Baron gain, so that would cost 1 armory gain. Oh,
He just YOLOs the magpies.
yeah, that's yeah, tough. I don't know. I guess he will have to live with 2 curses, or he will have a surprise coming with the conquest plan. Yeah, but yeah. So buying a province nets 4 points with the 2 black cats, so yeah. I guess he would.
The best shot might actually be to hope for the dot and not green. You know they have
Yeah,
2
true.
2/2 terminals already in hand.
Yeah.
And you also might know that there's only coppers in the research. He has 1 haunted woods though.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's
One thing
unlikely to dot.
you can do here is not play the black cat and it gets top decked for next turn again, so probably can threaten 2 black cats as well.
Yeah, you can use the haunted woods to your advantage.
But it does require some points.
He can 3-pile this turn, but not by winning.
3-pile lose is definitely in the cards. But yeah, there are only 2 armories.
He has only 1 buy in the deck.
Yep.
So no plus buy.
Yeah, so even playing the magpies here is quite. On the one hand, it's kind of dangerous, but on the other hand, they might be gone anyway on Sangatsu's turn, especially setting aside all the coppers.
Bottom 3 cards.
It's a new, it's a new most featured chat message.
Bottom 3 cards.
But yeah,
I would guess it's a magpie, sheepdog. Oh no, probably not a sheepdog.
it's not a plaza.
A copper, plaza.
No plaza. No plaza.
No plaza? Okay,
No.
copper.
Only has 4.
Did you discard any coppers? Oh, so could also just be 2 coppers and magpie.
Talking and deck tracking is difficult.
That's what we have the chat for usually, but the chat
Usually,
is
yeah.
lazy.
Chat is demanding, not giving. Yeah, so I could see that you need the Baron back. Could also think about getting other research to try and have a big hand again, because this one wasn't good enough.
I mean, they won't ever be good enough unless Sangatsu does. He's not really adding much value to his deck at this point. That already was a... How many starting cards did he have?
12.
Or 12 card?
Yeah, there's no
12
Baron down
cards.
there.
12 starting card hand.
Yeah.
And this is all he has.
Yeah, deck's not really doing enough. It's tough to see an out here, besides playing for that. But yeah, Sangatsu's deck is not like super different, so I guess I have more sheepdogs, but there's
Just
a
more of
way.
everything
Yeah,
that still could not.
I mean, yeah, this hand is not actually. It looks good, but it's not that. Actually, not that good. If JNails doesn't buy a green card, then this could die really fast if there's no plaza or armory soon. So, yeah. I kind of agree with your suggested line of playing for that, not buying a green card.
Could also armory 2 silvers and get the conquest. You're probably overpaying by enough to so that the debt doesn't hurt so much, and we know that it's unlikely to dot. But he doesn't know that.
Yeah. I mean,
Sangatsu has a curse and a province in deck now, so that could be on top.
I would have gotten really blindsided by the conquest giving that now.
Maybe he doesn't even know that.
Yeah.
Maybe he's not aware.
So we got a Baron gain, which I think, yeah, sounds very good, especially because discarding the estate is good for your next turn if you choose to buy anything. Haunted Wood still doesn't trigger on. Oh, no, it doesn't trigger on event buys.
Triggers.
JNails creating reality. Yeah, you take that because you gain a card in the buy phase.
Text now not doesn't trigger on buy anymore, but on gaining cards in the buy phase.
Because there's no on buy anymore.
There's the province buy.
Province. Okay, so
Would be double province.
it is.
Okay.
Okay, and 2 top Blackhead's top deck. I guess one was gained that turn and one was top decked? Yeah, okay.
So you got a double province turn out of that. Not bad, but he also only has a Haunted Wood setup now.
Okay, so we see the deck here, but one province isn't enough to win. So you
Province Duchy would be good enough. And he has 3 armories, so that should be a win if
So
you get one more magpie
needs
magpie
to,
gain,
yeah,
which you could guarantee.
needs to draw the magpie.
With the 3 coins, 3 coffers he has, that 13 should be doable.
Yes, 2 dead
Especially
now.
if you can discard plazas and redraw the copper during your turn. That's pretty rough for gainers. Like, you play your lucky coin and then, got the dead. Play cursed gold, get the curse and the dead from the curse.
Very nice, yeah.
Sangatsu did get the dead from the curse here even.
Oh.
Just because of the black cat. Ow.
Yeah, okay,
That's why he has 2 dead here.
that's kind of funny. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Did get that.
So I think we just play the sheepdog here because we need to draw the magpie, then top deck 2 things with the armory too. I guess you have 1 armory gain you can do earlier, so maybe the order doesn't matter that much there, but I think that's the way. The question is there 15 money in the deck? Because Plaza discarding copper. Okay, you can Plaza discard copper as long as you set up the magpie with armory, so can get some extra coins through there, but it needs 15 coins in total. What we didn't talk about last turn is whether there was a line for JNails to province tax province, but I guess that wouldn't be very successful because then single province would have been enough. So yeah,
You have to tax curse, of course, not
tax
province.
curse.
So it also
Oh.
triggers on duchies.
Yeah, it triggers on the first green card. You buy right. Nice. Okay, that's actually tax black cats. Yeah, I think I'm going to unban tax now to play some black cat cage matches with it. It's really a fun interaction. So did Dominion get more complicated with that change in the end?
Mm.
And I
Probably
guess
it's just like we are just not used to it.
yeah, in the edge cases, it's a little bit weirder.
Things that we are things that worked for us
Yeah.
that way forever just work differently now.
Yeah, I mean, I would be very surprised if many people playing IRL Dominion would be correctly distributing the tags that from black cats. But
Tax was probably easier when it just triggered on buy,
yeah,
because you actively decide what to buy and you actively get those things.
yeah.
Take the debt from there. And now weird stuff can happen, but I don't know.
So Sangatsu stopped for quite a while now here. At this point,
He really tries to count it out, I guess, and
yeah.
make sure that he can win.
Yeah, we're a little bit disappointed in chat that there was no bottom 3 cards question mark at this point.
Maybe they all know it.
They all know.
They all know it, and no one's going to say us.
Yeah.
Copper.
True.
It's armory.
No, it's no copper, right? She trashed 1 copper in turn 3, I think.
Oh.
Like very early.
So
very
not
early.
copper. Then it's not copper. It's province.
Province, yeah. And armory.
Armory.
And
some
plaza. Yeah,
more.
plaza.
Plaza.
Pretty sure they have 6 plazas, so yeah.
I mean, then you just 6 coppers, which you could mostly recycle. How many do you have to recycle? You have 10 coins in hand. 3 there, that's already 13. You have to redraw 3 of the coppers to get
3?
2.
No, 2, right? Yeah.
2 of the coppers to get to 15.
Okay, we played the sheepdog. It was province and an armory, so we expect the plaza to be down there now. I would expect play the plaza now, discarding nothing, then drawing the magpie and discarding, then playing 2 armories. That would be the line
Yeah.
for me.
How funny would it be if he was 1 coin short because of the debt he took from Curse?
Yeah, that would be pretty funny. I'm also wondering whether the 2 players noticed that reaction.
Yeah, it's so automatic in online, you might not notice it.
Yeah. Rust 2 sees 1 more copper than we do. But also not considering one. No, last card is a plaza. I'm
Yes, he only has 6 coppers in the deck, so
I'm arguing that there's a plaza down there, but maybe I'm just confused.
someone trashed a copper at least.
Pretty sure I saw like a hand with no estate very early on the bottom of my screen.
That's why he's so much ahead, because he trashed more. He trashed an estate more.
Yeah, and yeah.
Trashed a copper more. Well, he
So,
he trashed one estate more.
Yeah, so now we can discard a copper. Yeah, there are 2 magpies down there, right? So you can just play the magpie right now, doesn't? It's even easier, you don't even need to set it up with the armory, so I think this is
2 magpies.
It has to. Right. Oh, they just gained 1.
Magpie at some point.
They gained 1. And the black cat.
Black
okay.
cat.
Ah, yeah, the 2 black cats, of course, from the one discarding at the start of. So, yeah. Now we just gained the 3 sheepdogs, play the baron, buy a province, and the duchy.
So the black cats make it even easier to redraw the coppers. You can just discard all now.
Yeah, ooh, does JNails have a 3rd black cat he might draw?
No.
Okay. Got baited. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the 4th black cat is on top of the deck, it's true. And yeah, now we discard some coppers here. Just blindly, I think. Doesn't really matter.
I'd even get to double province.
Yeah.
You can redraw all of them, which looks possible.
Yeah. You need to leave 1 plaza in hand if you top deck 2 sheepdogs, so you can draw one of them for the last armory gain, but yeah, I mean, this is sangatsu will see that line, right? So quite a strong player.
I looked at Sangatsu's hand and at the black cat count, and I see JNails has 2 cats.
Maybe JNails has a cat on the slab or something.
Oh yeah, another black cat in real life.
Yeah. It's gonna jump through the screen and curse Sangatsu out.
Okay, now he probably has it figured out and just carefully clicks on cards.
Yes.
Don't want to misclick and get undo denied.
Yeah. Oh, they're going for the armories instead.
Okay, armory pile out.
That's
more
a bit
difficult.
Harder. Yeah, it's more difficult.
But equally possible.
So that explains the long thinking when they
Yeah.
see the sheepdog pile, or they think they need to do both. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they want a 4 pile.
Or the 4.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
This is the part on YouTube where you speed up the video for a bit. If you haven't done so already. It's quite a long turn. Oh. Man. Too bad I don't have my poems ready to read out. But okay, we got there exactly, didn't need any more. So that is 2-0 to Sangatsu. Yeah. Kind of tricky kingdom. Looked straightforward in the beginning with draw a village and a little bit of trashing, but a complicated pile out. So for our next game we get a peasant donate one. So expecting more long turns and careful thinking. Yeah, this is requires real careful consideration on what you donate. Also, donate recently got changed. At least, don't know if it functionally changes a lot. Probably not that relevant. But I'm assuming there's peasant board on your first turn and then donate very soon after. Turn 2 or 3. So, payload. So the question is whether you...
Oh, the game ended.
The game ended. They found the armory pile out.
He found it. Donate.
Yeah, but donate peasant things. Yeah, I already predicted more very careful thinking and the...
This could be a long game with little turns.
With few turns, yeah, for sure.
Few turns.
Yeah. Okay, so borrow doesn't mess with your donate turn. Or the turn after.
Donate only costs 7 this game.
Yes, the buff it needed. So the chat considers some turn 1 donate lines. I mean, if you can buy peasant turn 2, that sounds fairly promising. The question is, how do we expect the game to be played out afterwards? There's some building you can do. There's also 7 costs if you wanna develop things and get a chain through there, maybe with a plus card token on Ironmonger. There's Tormentor for slowing someone down who goes up provinces early. Yeah. You have 2 attractive token cards with Ironmonger, Border Guard.
No 4-coin peasant, so probably peasant into straight donate.
Yeah. Let's see whether they know about the borrow tag, the chat. Don't know. Maybe it has been known for a while. But
wasn't it always like that that you could do this? Oh.
I don't think so. I think you drew 4 card hand and afterwards. I guess if you
with the old donate
trash down to 4. I guess if you trash down to 4 cards, that's then it didn't matter. Yeah, Necro's pretty good early.
If just wonder with the early peasant that you play every turn because you donated, you usually don't have good targets for the disciple and teacher tokens. Maybe that
Sure,
will work out.
you would keep the Cybele for a bit, I would assume.
I wonder if you can do some cool stuff with nomads that you develop
Develop nomads,
back and
yeah.
forth.
Yeah.
Like you develop a nomads into develop and the 5, and then you redevelop the 5 into nomads and the gold, and
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you have enough draw with the teacher tokens, that could work, but
Yeah, you need
seems
the teacher
slow.
token for that. The question is, what is the alternative? Like, a
Oh,
few
double
goals and crypt.
peasant.
Oh yeah,
Double
that
peasant, so you donate to
necro
peasant necros.
I mean, I think um, it works out nicely, right? You can pay off a lot of debt with the double soldier turn then. I'm not sure if you go to 2 fugitives immediately or if you keep a soldier then on that turn to
Could
buy
be that you
something.
keep one.
Hmm.
But in general, could we just see a big soldier payload deck with some tormentors beforehand?
Yeah, I could see that. That
Also work out. If you
generates
put
some
plus
money.
action
Yeah.
on tormentor.
Yeah. And Automata could be a little bit disruptive as well with the attack if your opponent doesn't build. Yep. So
Crypt seems
it's
bad.
it's true that JNails sponsors might be upset if there's no crypt being gained here. But looks a tough kingdom for it.
You can nomad.
Yeah.
Can buy with the peasant. You can buy nomad and donate, and then
Mm.
trash the nomad, and you have exactly the same debt that you would have had without doing it. But there's a nomad in the trash
Very
now.
nice. Oh, can you spend that? I guess you do, right? You gain the 2 coins at the beginning of next turn.
Yeah, so you pay off the debt with that.
Yeah. So, there was talk about implementing a timer, right? And the client, or are those just
You can also
rumors?
buy nomads, get the 2 coins, and change it for a changeling.
Oh,
If there would be something that you would want with that, but doesn't work on soldier.
yeah, so
This is the kind of kingdom where a timer would be really nice.
yeah. I mean, this why I have donate on my ban list right now because I don't want to take 5 minutes to think about what
Yeah,
to
that's
donate
reason.
down to. um, yeah, feels like at least one of the cards I have to think the most. Because you can get it down so precise on what's going to happen the next couple turns. I mean, Donate has probably quite a bit of first play advantage, but do Peasant Line is a little bit out of the ordinary, so it could get a little bit wild. I wouldn't. I mean, JNails drawing a Peasant turn 3 here is really good for this play, so yeah. I mean, I would want to be first player on a Peasant Donate Kingdom.
So you just resign as a
sure.
2-player.
Yeah.
A second player after
Good.
thinking a lot.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a legendary move, no? Just resign turn 1 after.
Ah, man, it's not worth it. I'm going to lose anyway.
Yeah, I see
Save
it.
some power.
Other kingdoms where you can see, like, okay, my opponent wins on turn 7. Donate Kingdom. Maybe. So, got a peasant. Okay. Double peasant mirror.
He thought a long time before mirroring the opponent.
Yeah. Okay, so we see the borrow tech here in action.
With a border guard.
Yeah, it's kind of funny that
And
you click on donate and nothing happens.
yeah, it's so annoying.
So 2 coppers, or how many coppers do we keep here? I'm expecting to keep the necro for sure.
JNails also got the luckier draw with having already a soldier. I'm surprised he did not think. Oh, I guess he thought it out in the long break. How much he wants to keep.
He had some time, yeah.
At least that would be reasonable.
So this is exactly 0 debt left here. That's nice.
Next turn he has enough to borrow for a tormentor. If you want one.
So in exchanges both. Could also be peasant, another peasant, but okay. So I'm assuming Sangatsu already thought about what to donate here. 2
Get the
coppers.
plus action on
Yeah.
get the plus action on tormentor. You can generate imps.
Oh, true. Yeah, that's
Could be a
some
thing
draw.
to do. Redraw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the 2 copper line is the most straightforward one, right? Maybe there's a reason to just keep 1 instead, depending on that situation, because you get double soldier next turn anyway.
I could see that.
Yeah. I don't think there's a case for 3 coppers. Also, probably not a case for trashing necro, at least. It would surprise me. Oh, it's 1 copper, okay. Sure, we see the reason next turn, and it's 2 soldiers, yeah. So 4 coins, yeah. So I guess next turn is already the disciple, so I think I'd like the tormentor here, actually.
Yeah.
It could really hurt right now, right? If you trash a traveler on the other side, for example, and there are two hexes that do that.
Also, it's some economy that you get in your deck after
Yeah,
the soldiers are gone.
I really like that. The question is, does the borrow hurt too much? Okay, so it's
Okay. 1 peasant.
oh, there's also the argument you're gonna get hit by 2 soldiers, so borrowing doesn't hurt that much against, not as much as it usually hurts, because we're playing a 3-card hand anyway.
Only have to discard it once.
So now I'm interested whether Sangatsu keeps a soldier here, or whether next turn will be just a fugitive cycle. I guess it would be really bad, because then you have disciples that don't do anything. I guess, yeah, if you buy a tormentor now, it would be fine.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see whether when they go for a soldier payload, then war and locusts could really thin down the amount of soldiers that are in this game.
Mm. Would be quite unlucky if you get trashed more than one soldier by all of that every 6 tormentor.
Yeah, true, but if you only have 2
That's one of
soldiers, then
those.
losing one would be kind of good enough, right? To stop what you're doing. Like, you can disciple them, but 2 soldier plays aren't. I mean, it's good payload because you make them discard, but it's not generating many coins. Hmm. Sangatsu only has 1 copper in deck, so Ironmonger now, 2 fugitives, would require the Ironmonger to hit the copper. I don't know if you can set that up with the amount of cards. Can borrow, right. So that line could work.
What are you talking about? Ironmonger?
Russ's line.
Okay. So, who should buy the Ironmonger? Sangatsu? Feels pretty rough to not buy a lot of stuff. Ah. Okay.
And do the spectators see the make someone resign window?
No. Only the player.
Okay. So my sense of time isn't completely gone. This could be an Ironmonger or 2 border cards if you go for teacher. Or a border guard peasant, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, Duffman, I didn't mean to click the button. I meant to see whether it actually took that long that turn. I have not used the button before in
Okay,
tournament games.
Delusion.
Oh, delusion is rough.
Delusion
Time for crypt.
just like kills one of the buys, and JNails had a rough draw anyway, so that's pretty good for Sangatsu that he has a chance to come back there.
Yeah, true.
And now the only thing JNails can buy is a crypt
Or a silver, I guess.
or a changeling.
Changing is not that bad, right?
Yeah, it's like the thing you wanted to buy, but 1 turn delayed.
Yeah.
And
I
stop
can,
card until that.
Or I can buy a silver and exchange it.
But yeah, the Tormentor did something. Could just be Ironmonger now, I guess. Oh, a 5-coin peasant. Okay. It's not terrible. Or you could donate again, kill those coppers.
Yeah, but it will cost you by next turn as well, right? 3 dead,
What?
maybe.
Did it cost you a die next turn? Okay, 4 coins.
So it's
Silver.
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 So JNails has kept a disciple. No teacher, at least yet.
Hmm?
Oh, and now it's going to get interesting what the Tormentor does.
Yeah, what could be the worst thing?
Trash the silver.
Probably
Just kidding.
crash the fugitive.
Oh yeah, there's a fugitive. That would be pretty sad. Surely a disciple is Tormentor, right?
I guess. Could do that.
I mean, gaining a copper would also, I think, be quite annoying.
You could gain another peasant.
I mean, the idea is to delude your opponent, I think.
Tormentor gains money, attacks,
Yeah.
soldier payload,
Yeah.
and probably one of the best terminals to play at this point.
Yeah. I also think Torment in general has risen in esteem in the community. Also, I mean, it's considered better than when Nocturne came out. At least that's how I perceive it, and I also would agree with it. I think it's fairly good payload. Envious.
The silver buy is now a copper. But he all
So this is
discipled peasant.
this draws all deck almost.
Sangatsu discipled the peasant. So.
Yeah, so there could be some exchange trickeries now where one of the exchange points isn't available.
That silver was a changeling.
Oh. I'm expecting a Tormentor now. Tormentor and Teacher.
Or developed nomads.
3 border guards, okay.
Okay, so looks like he wants a token on that thing.
Yes, so the border guards are turn early, right?
Border guards are pretty nice with plus card token.
Yeah, but the token comes next turn, so... But I guess it's not clear whether you get 3 buys again.
This is the turn where you had 3 buys. And now he has turned the peasant into soldier again.
Will we see low-cost here from Tormentor?
No, we probably may see all hexes. This JNails doesn't go for tormentors. Money on border guard seems not the best thing. Can do so much stuff with with a lot of draw.
I'd be shocked if it wasn't cards.
Money is probably maybe even the last coin, the last token that gets put on something. I'd be wrong.
I don't think you can pay that after night. I think it's end of the buy phase where you pay off that.
I think it's anywhere in the buy phase.
Oh yeah, you were in the buy phase, yeah.
But at the end you get a last chance to do so.
We all know the A, B, and C rule.
ABCN.
Is it? The knight faces after cleanup? That doesn't sound right.
ABNC.
Yeah, A, B, and C. Yeah. Hmm. Still no disciple on Tormentor, so even more peasants. Sangatsu gets a fugitive now, so could get a third disciple, winning the disciple
Capital.
split.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Unless that got changed, you
Yet.
cannot pay back any time. So, yep. The debt tokens made black market sad. Okay.
Okay, nice
Back
turn.
to the game. That could be a tormentor.
Got a teacher down.
But could also be 2 more border guards. Or border guard develop.
Develop. I can see it. Yeah. I mean, it's also kind of a thing, right? As a high-ranked Dominion player, and in tournaments, you need to go for the wonky developed payload to the display hero skill. And there we go. So returned a soldier, gained a soldier. Yeah, I also remember that something changed with black market. Something got nicer with it, but I also had that in mind, but I'm not sure at all what I'm actually remembering.
You can use coffers now.
Yeah, you can use coffers now. Ah, okay.
Black market. Hey,
Okay.
poverty.
First boon that doesn't do a lot.
Oh, I wouldn't say that doesn't do a lot.
And it's just one card, right? With the soldier. Take that's coming in. And the card token that's coming in. I'm confident in JNails' ability to draw here.
But with all the disciples, the piles could run out.
True. Troopers are basically gone. So the question is, will Sangatsu get a teacher? I mean, if he does, it's probably now. But that leaves a disciple in the pile for JNails Fugitive, so that's not that appealing to give that away. So I'll probably wait one turn where I can get the disciple back. But then it's very late for teacher indeed. Ironmonger and one buy left. Guess it could be Nomads. Might also be tempted by Develop, but without the token, Develop seems harder to make work. Maybe draw is also just not enough. Or donate to counter discard attack. That's pretty innovative.
Expensive counter.
Also expensive, that's true. So yes, so are there other options? So we have the donate line, Nomads Develop, you could borrow for Tormentor. I guess you could buy Peasant.
I don't know, man. It's getting too complicated for me. Just I'll just see what they do.
Yeah,
then
I mean, what does the Changeling do for you that you can't buy now? That.
Yeah, I don't see that. But Develop could be reasonable because you eventually want one of those in your deck anyway.
Nomads.
Okay, Nomads.
Gets 2. Nice.
Aha.
So the question is, teacher or no teacher? I mean, the second Tormentor, I like the second Tormentor, but I would have discipled my first one 4 turns ago, but that opportunity is still there probably every turn, so don't think you need to buy a Tormentor. Another one, that is. So there's a disciple exchange, no teacher, okay. We are down to 0 disciples. And now JNails draws deck very comfortably. Needs to play the Ironmonger first to.
Yeah, so that he has some actions.
So there's the Develop. I guess you kind of want to keep a fugitive just in case the opponent gets the teacher, but otherwise it could also be a Develop target.
Yeah. Sangatsu has 3 disciples.
Or you develop the silver, right? Yeah, Sangatsu has 3 disciples. So,
that's something going for him.
I would develop.
Can somehow manage to draw. Like you can't increase hand size with those cards here, even with all the disciples.
Oh, interesting. I would have developed the soldier for the attack, but
Sangatsu can exchange one disciple and get the disciple right back.
Oh, true.
With his fugitive.
Ooh, Necro into Border Guard Copper. Does this leave a pile out in any world? No, right? Seems difficult.
province.
Really? I would have guessed Torment, huh?
Yeah, also possible, but I think the way you lose is by sneaky pileouts. Don't think Sangatsu's deck can
Yes, Sangatsu doesn't really draw cards.
outscore them if it goes for big provinces.
And also I would be kind of sad to... Oh yeah, I
But
like
what
the...
did he just developed
I was
silver?
about to suggest Forge, because you can develop that nicely.
Ah, yeah, that's a province one turn later,
Yeah,
together with
with the
JNails'
gold.
favorite card.
Yeah. And gold can gain you a crypt and a forge. So, what do you say about Sangatsu's winning lines? Just a sneaky pile out, which will be very difficult to achieve with his amount of cards in hand, I would say? Or do you think there's a way can get to 4 provinces faster? Or 5, I guess.
I don't know. This looks rough.
Looks rough. The question, one way, of course, is the infamous develop almost pile out thing and leaving an easy win. I think, if I remember correctly, Dan Brooks did it once in the final of a championship. Where developed lots of stuff and then there was basically only 1 or 2 cards left that couldn't be gained anymore.
Yeah, stuff like that happens a lot. With not only with develop, but something.
Yeah,
Ironworks things or
Artificer is my one that I'm scared of to calculate correctly with all the the discards. But develop is of course a big one. At least there's no King's Court, but Disciple is probably fairly close behind in terms of how much options you have, and of course the issue is if you Disciple develop, you can't develop the gold after developing the Forge, because you can't draw in between, but there are 2 develops now, so yeah, there are no develops for Sangatsu, so JNails has 2. Can of course play one and draw some cards and then play the other. I mean JNails is fast, but is he fastest?
I don't would I wouldn't say JNails is that slow. Mostly Sangatsu's turns are slow, right?
Yeah, that's...
I think JNails is reasonably fast for such a complicated board.
Yeah, there's no JNails, that's true.
Definitely a board where you have to think stuff through, but
Yeah.
JNails.
Yeah. We need a proper scientific approach to finding that player.
Who's the fastest top tier player?
Yeah.
First, we have to decide who are top tier players,
Yeah.
and then we have to make them race against each
Yeah,
other on
exactly.
donate boards.
And donate they have to play a donate cage match. Fastest wins. Oh right, they actually have stats. No. But yeah, maybe 2023 will be the year where there's a timer for
For the championship,
championship.
I doubt it. But maybe we will have another championship that is Speed Dominion.
Speed Dominion. Who
That
nice.
you have.
Yeah. I'm happy to join that one.
I wonder which one will get more board players.
Yeah, it's of course true that among board games that get played competitively, Dominion has probably the most freedom to like make your own game more complicated, while
The other one has an easy game.
yeah. So
You always
it's
just play money.
yeah, it's true that Dominion wouldn't work well with just 10 minutes time and we're done with it. That's probably doesn't make the game better. So what, do we have a finished turn from Sangatsu and 9 money in the end? With 3 buys. That does not end the game. Yeah, I remember downloading something from my browser to play Blitz Dominion tournament. But that was also probably like 5 years ago, maybe, or 4 years. A while. Back then, when you could play big money occasionally. Okay, so we're going to single province now.
After all that.
Yeah.
It's single province, turn 10, which
I mean,
could have done with big money in the donate board, but of course that
yeah,
loses to
what turn are we?
tormentor stuff.
10. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I like to play these boards on ladder where my opponent plays a simple deck and I play 17 tormentors a turn. But yeah, that in quarterfinals nobody is gonna just take that, of course. So I think we discarded a disciple. Interestingly, probably will get around to it. And maybe
Yeah,
definitely
get all
will
the
get around
draws
to it.
first.
But yeah, now we will probably see the most interesting turn of this game. I'm kind of excited to see what happens because a lot can happen for sure.
Yeah, think it's probably possible and the easiest thing to pile nomads here. You disciple your nomad and develop things, develop nomads, develop other stuff into nomad.
Yeah, would
And you get a lot of
change.
coins, by the way, so that you can province in the end.
And changeling
On top
helps
of
quite a
that.
bit, right? It's
But
to
it's not. Changeling helps, yeah. That if you develop the nomad into two changelings that you turn into nomads after you draw them.
yeah.
Seems good. But he might not be good enough on draw.
Yeah.
And also then you can also then forge two nomads into a province for the VP.
True. I mean, I wonder winner isn't happy with the start of the turn. I think I understand it a bit that JNails needs a lot of brain power here to make good develop plays, so I kind of get just playing the draw cards first. Yeah.
Get it out of the way.
Yeah. What
he
I
hit
do.
the actions anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. There was there was one
Teacher
champion.
could be a developed target
Mhm.
for 2 changelings.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So yeah, winning on nomads should be doable, and with probably with the least brain power.
Mhm.
If you try to pilot develops instead, that's probably a bit more complicated. Maybe not.
I'm a bit surprised as a teacher. I thought they got the teacher down last turn. Did they choose not to do that? Or
That is the first. No, that's just the second teacher turn.
okay. I guess
Didn't draw enough last time.
yeah, it's also the question: does JNails need to win
No,
this
they
turn?
he just called the teacher last turn, so how could he have played it?
Yeah, but I guess just my sense of time is off because
Yeah, with
it happened a long time ago. Yeah.
JNails is under pressure because you really want this game to end.
Yeah. I kind of see going for the win next turn and just buying a province or something. But even
Actually, after this game, I have to leave.
yeah.
So someone else has to join. We want two-man commentary or
Yes.
two people commentary.
Yes, please. Cause yeah.
Okay, so we drew everything but a copper.
Yeah.
Build as fugitives to draw.
Mm-hmm. What I wanted to mention is that even if you decide to go for the pile out next turn, and it still means that you have a lot of thinking to do what you do with this one. Because yeah, of course you still have lots of payload cards in hand, and you need to use them at least to do kind of useful things. But maybe there's just a win. Disciple nomads. Forge nomads. Of course the draw is now kind of thin. I mean quad prof doesn't seem that appealing to me. We also kind of have to remember that Sangatsu stack just got a single province last turn and they still don't have a teacher token. Okay, but something's happening. Maybe there's a state pile out? Oh, we disciple a fugitive. So that means lots of
Did
actions.
you really need the actions?
Yeah, that seems... Yeah, I guess you could have developed first or something, right? If you go for this. But maybe that's just enough. Do you see the state pile?
The second fugitive even only drew one card that you have to discard now.
Yeah. Exactly.
Nomad's
So,
into this.
Nomad is a fourth buy. You can develop one. Develop into an estate. So yeah, Wandering Window seems to have.
The disciple line really didn't
Yeah.
didn't seem that great. Second one is fugitive.
Yeah. I mean, pausing here seems to indicate that JNails overlooked something and now has to live with
He
regret.
still can like double province, and that will be hard to lose from.
Yeah. By the way, did we see a single undo in this match so far?
Oh.
Torment and
At least
Sliver.
they are careful.
Yeah. Or scared of asking.
Ooh, that VP could matter.
Oh yeah.
If you went for pileouts.
Okay, so Yeah, the
Okay,
Forge
now
is
we got
going.
teacher there.
And
Just
JNails
went for the VP line.
gets the first gold since 90 minutes. Or like, yeah.
What? Oh, the first gold was on the Feudum game, and now...
Yeah. Dark ages ago. So yeah, it's duchy. Okay, I'm not sure about the duchy. I don't think that's necessary. But I get not wanting to underestimate your opponent's deck, but the deck is really quite bad without a token.
Yeah, it makes it probably easier to pile and doesn't hurt as much.
Yeah.
Border Guard could just
Yeah.
skip over it, or Ironmonger could hit it.
Yeah.
Probably are not drawing the duchy.
Top priority was not leaving an easy pile out and not dying this turn, and those two things seem to have been accomplished. So still a success.
We count that as a win.
Yep. Satisfying your Dominion turns. No optimizing required. At least when you're this ahead. Okay, so Sangatsu's thinking here. The draw ends if you take a Disciple. But what can the Ironmonger possibly draw that makes the turn better? I guess not clear whether discipling a Nomad is... Yeah, it's definitely not good, right? It just helps with the pile out. So, yeah.
Ah, man. So rough.
Yeah. I'm wondering how their mentor will be. Like, those were some intense games.
Like, thinking a bit at the start and then, like, turn 3 resign could have been reasonable. For his own.
Oh, actually, yeah.
So for the later games.
So do we get a buy or a coin? Buy, okay. That's kind of funny that the lantern just now got taken, or was it stolen? I didn't pay attention. I guess it probably already...
Yeah, it was taken from Sangatsu last turn.
So now we're back. We're back to playing draw cards and hoping to end up with a win.
Drew Province.
I don't think there's a 5 province win. 6 duchies
This time
also
it
seems
should be
kind
easy
of
to pile something.
unlikely. Yeah, I'm expecting estates or nomads.
Nomads should be pretty easy.
It was double province even, right? With the Forge game? No.
Oh,
Yeah,
Disciple
province.
Nomads, Disciple Develop, trash a Tormentor into a Nomads and a Silver into a Nomads, and that already gains you 3 of the Nomads.
Yeah. And it's probably puzzle.
And you just have to buy 2 more, 3 more.
Probably puzzle question how many piles you could potentially end here. Like, not at a time, but how many different third piles. There were probably quite a few, but going for a simplest one is strongly recommended. Oh, today.
Yeah, nice. Setting up the estate so the Ironmonger hits it.
Oh, yes.
Sweet. Okay,
So,
here we go. That's it.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna type in the 1-2 already. I am
could even pile estates now. Oh, we got the plus buy token even, so that made it easier with the buys.
Yeah, that.
I see. That's why you talked about estate pile out. Okay, I'm also exhausted.
Yeah, I get that. So it's the Nomads double province line. So we have a match on our hands. Yeah. Thank you, RTT, for jumping in spontaneously.
Welcome and good luck to the players and the commentators for the next one. Have a good match. Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye. Yeah, so if anyone feels like jumping in, I'd appreciate it. We're only halfway through the match, potentially. It's 1-2 in almost 2 hours, 110 minutes. So, yeah. I'm gonna use JNails pause to get some water as well. Okay, back. Sangatsu start player now, leading 2-1, so some advantages there. Lots of sideways cards. What do we have on the board? Draw seems difficult. I don't know if you want to deep dive herb gatherers for a draw card or hope that Goatherd draws some. Both seem not right. So this could be a simpler one. Of course, you trash, get thin, and then do you have money in your deck? I have a hard time seeing something else. Oh, true, the Orc card does reward having action cards. I mean, the cantrips, I guess there's only Sentry as a real cantrip and Carriage. So some points through that. Should at least be taken along the way. Of course, there's also Blockade as a gainer. I also have to look at the Augur line one more time. There's a Cursor. The first two ones seem kind of hard to make work, but yeah, the Sybil is basically a lab, right? There's a herb gatherer. Yeah. Back in my day, HG was hunting grounds, but I guess herb gatherer fits as well now. I would be very surprised if they didn't open with a treasure. But yeah, there's definitely guides, which as we talked about, can just buy one card. So 4-3 would be quite a bit better. If you, yeah. I think I would open Teamwork or Temple then and just Desert Guide. But I guess this also works, just Desert Guiding the 3 card away. And we see Blockade Opener. Haven't talked about that one. Didn't expect it either. There isn't like a super nice card for that. But I think overall Blockade is a pretty decent card. I just don't quite know what it does this game. I guess or charge or card points. So silver, no Desert Guide. So I'm expecting Desert Guide to be used now. Okay, we're having a real blockade over the blockade now. Very interesting. Oh, that JNails gets the second one. Okay, very unfortunate for JNails. Doesn't see either card turn 4. Of course, now will definitely be a Desert Guide hand, but yeah. So it would have been quite sad to ditch the turn 3-1 on this particular draw. Yeah. Bauble seems nice. I think having at least one token around for Desert Guides is quite strong. Okay, so the blockade into Timok, I can see that line that delays it by one turn at most. So I guess now is the chance to go for Herb Gatherer if you are planning to play with the Augurs. I would think, since yeah, this turn it seems actually good to have it. Otherwise, I'm expecting the pile to be ignored, at least from JNails, I suppose. Other options are Bauble. Yeah, Bauble seems the other good option. I mean, Goatherd would draw one card, but then don't think that turn is good enough. Okay, as I say that. Draws the other Teamwork at least. Another Goatherd. I guess it's only the second one for JNails, not the third. So again, we have a Teamwork down for state, so again, I wouldn't expect the third Goatherd. Okay, yeah. Hmm. I'm surprised at 0 sentries before carriage. Not quite sure what the carriage wants to do. That both people are setting themselves up for quite sad turns if the opponent decides to not trash anything. Is it just a distant land, a third of a distant lands? The carriage. Because yeah, you can call it then. I suppose if it draws 2 cards, then it's fine. Otherwise, yeah. I mean, this is the deck I can see myself going for, and then being kind of lost in the mid game because your deck doesn't really work, but you have some cards in them that also don't really help you buy provinces. But of course, I presume these two will know better what they're doing, so interested to see where it goes. So Sangatsu has a T-Mog down. I could see the blockade getting turned into a 5. Nope, it's a go turret. So, yeah, my prediction now would be that this won't be a go turret because JNails doesn't have a T-Mog down, so next turn it might not do much. But what do you gain? Another T-Mog to put down next turn. Might be the best thing. Maybe you need a silver or want a silver. But definitely, again, carefully considering the options. It's the up gutter now. There we go. Gonna see some Orgo action. Ooh, an herb gather with the curse now. That's interesting. So, that means we're going to the second one, right? The Acolyte. I actually don't know whether it's a hard or soft C or whatever in that word. So we didn't rotate the herb gatherers here, interestingly. This looks like another bauble. I mean, the thing trashes itself, right? Even if you don't trash an estate? Yeah. So if you have the action for it, now they do get rotated, so I'm assuming... No. They get rotated in, but not get bought. Yeah. Just gonna repeat the invitation for someone to join me in voice. So the carriages are being prioritized now by both of them. So I'm assuming they both got convinced by Orchard to buy more action cards than I would have expected without it. I'm not sure what direction they're going for, but now that they both have an Herb Gatherer, I'm expecting some sorceresses and Sibyls. There we go. Yeah, I do agree. I also don't share the vision with these two players on what is going on. But yeah, it's a tough one. I guess you don't really want to play some money-ish thing where your opponent gets 20 card points from action cards and then, because there's also no really money enabler. So the blockade blocks the pile, right? Not just the card. Or does the token get lost if you rotate them? Oh, it does block hard name, okay. Right, because, yeah, it's set aside. So you could rotate it if you hit 5, which you don't, I guess. So is there a way this piled somehow? That seems yeah, very far off. The captain yeah, sailed away. Yeah, preparing for their semi-final tomorrow, I can only assume. But yeah, they said before that only 2 hours. They only had 2 hours, which this game already took, and we're in game 4. So there are, there's one T-Mog down, 2 T-Mogs down. Could do weird things here. I agree that I like the sentry. Did Sangatsu trashed 1 card? So okay, yeah, I was lost. Who has a turn? So see another goat herd. They still have coppers left, even with all the goat herds that are going around. It's also kind of interesting with these desert guides, because all these turns kind of weird and not doing that much. It's kind of hard to judge your opening hand, whether this is the best you're going to get or whether you should toss it, because almost all turns are equally uh, unimpressive, or at least not very impressive. Yeah. So here would be an opportunity to rotate to get at least the sorceresses, which I don't think will be easy to activate, but they at least don't hurt your deck. And having 3 of those would at least be points that don't hurt your deck as much as the other terminal cards that don't draw. And hitting 5 should be possible with the gold from the up gatherer. Can JNails get 3 with T-Mogs, I guess? Huh. 3 seems difficult. I mean, it can 2 and trash 1, I think. Yeah, but it's not going to get rotated anyway, so this is 7 to 9 money. Not sure if you need more favor tokens. Of course, they don't hurt and can be good in late game, but I would be happy to take the money if it gets me somewhere. Also, somehow the upgatherers did get rotated, and I just assumed the play was finished. So I'm expecting 1 sorceress here then. Just because they revealed it. We have all the states in the trash and 7 coppers. There are 3 coppers in Sangatsu's play area, so I'm assuming JNails still has 4. Assuming you can hit right and curse your opponent. And the curse is hurt as long as you don't trash that much, that the goat head plays from your opponent aren't good. I think that... Oh, carriage, huh? I would expected a go turret, yeah. Top decked and a sorceress, I think, but yeah. Suppose carriage is fine. Okay, this hand looks worse than the other one. Maybe? I don't know. Still Timok plays now. Can you have a hand here where you get a Sybil on some draws? No, right? Because Herb Gatherer is in the trash. Yeah. I would expect Timok or Blockade turned into a 5 as well. But maybe the top deck go turret from your opponent discourages that. But if JNails just trashes as much as he likes here, then Sangatsu might draw deck here. Which is not something I expected to happen this game. Oh, I already forgot how many cards Sangatsu trashed last turn, so maybe the go turret's just sure enough. Yeah. But these players surely don't want to have a second game this match where they don't draw the deck at least once. That would be unacceptable. So JNails slowly adapts to Sangatsu's play speed. Yeah, so this looks like a draw deck angle. Got another carriage. But yeah, soon we will get some 6-coin lab thingies. For VP, you can turn them into Sibyls with T-Morg next turn. You can curse some, but if both just keep trashing 4 cards a turn, I guess the curses don't hurt that much. It's definitely an interesting dynamic, because this game could look very differently if one person just chose not to do all those transmogrifying. Okay, now we are at the Sibyls. Can you even... I suppose you can gain 1? Oh, true. Acolyte can gain 1 more. Then you at least have 2. I wonder, did that pile ever get emptied? Seems fairly difficult, but not impossible. Three, can we calling carriage now, or? Ooh, top deck that one, nice. Or is that 12? 5, 7, 10, right? Maybe could have called carriage and trashed the blockade to gain another one. Oh. Double blockade play. Also not what I expected. So now Sangatsu probably wants 2 of those. But it should also be really trivial, right? Assuming the first goat herd almost drawing deck here. Chooses not to trash a copper here, so wants to reduce JNails' draw. Of course, that means having these coppers still, but it's probably a fair trade-off. But yeah, now probably is the time where you worry about the piles, which I would have never guessed in this kingdom. So JNails has no T-Mogs down. Okay, just. And no carriage, so the next turn isn't super scary, I would guess. So I see the reason why you would want to trash coppers. Yeah, it's a slog, at least. Yeah, it's 2-1 to Sangatsu right now. I have a hard time even telling who's ahead in this one, but of course this turn looks pretty promising. Okay. Bottom dedicating a copper, so I assume we're just drawing, right? Of course, now the carriages are quite valuable when you can call them on Sybils. Then you actually do get to draw even if your opponent doesn't trash half the deck. Oh, there's also Merchant Cam, which I'm seeing for the first time. Okay, Lucas sees a potential win for JNails. I doubt it. At least with this hand, you can't play any carriage before Sybil. I mean, a lot of other board games are getting played asynchronously. So that would also be a way to solve that for games like this. But of course not a pleasant viewing experience. Okay, Sangatsu looking for a win, or is it just looking to prevent a win? The latter seems more likely, but it's interesting. JNails already has 16 points, so four times 4 points, and Sangatsu only twice. So that's not negligible when the piles are this close to emptying. Okay, something is happening. Okay, not much is happening. We need it. Wait, we're playing carriage on the merchant camp, so to play all these 3 action cards in our hand. I guess blockade is kind of interesting in... yeah. Maybe preventing pileouts even with the additional curses. Of course, that would require some points. Well, yeah. So I'm expecting some points here, points to come in. Yeah, the third blockade now comes with a curse. And I'm also confused why we're not playing the Gotard. I guess we're playing it now, maybe? These merchant camps don't look super strong. Give me a storeroom now. And at least some respectable amount of coins. 13. There are no two Sibyls, so I would be surprised. But I suppose carriage is a Sibyl in a way here. So now could be a turn for JNails where not much trashing happens. Should still be drawing deck. 3 T-Mogs down, of course, is also quite threatening. Although Sangatsu also has 2 down, so there are 8 cards left for a 3 pile. Requires, of course, some carriages on blockades or something next to the T-Mogs. But yeah, I'm expecting JNails to take a points lead here again, otherwise this would be scary to me. Oh. Yeah, that's a mental decline probably going on after 2.5 hours of high level Dominion. But yeah, not having the I was also surprised that the carriage wasn't in play right here. But yeah, that explains that. The Sibyl interface. Ooh, that's a tough undo. Withdrawing 4 cards afterwards, but so these seconds are like roughly twice as much, at least in the first 2 games. Yeah, that's unfortunate and do deny, but it's drawing 4 cards with the second Sibyl afterwards, so it's a tough situation. Yeah, I do agree with Freaky's reasoning, but it's not something you can enforce, I think, by rules. Also, I don't know how clear the rules are. They used to be just the honor system, so I mean, I totally agree with you. The reasoning being that if you misclick card that gives you info, when it's quite obvious what you needed to do first, then I would also say it's an easy undo, but yeah. It's a championship quarterfinal, and some people want to win. I mean, there's also a world where the extra 4 cards that you draw, or I guess 3 because you top deck 1, do give you information on what you want to do with the remainder of the turn. I guess, yeah, not that much because you play the Sybil anyway. So, tough situation here now. Yeah. Yeah, it's quite influential that they didn't get that. Well, it's probably hard to craft rules that states something like give the undo if it was a reasonable misclick or something. But of course, it would be a nicer world, and yeah, you might see more careful, aka more time-consuming play now from JNails as well. Just hope he doesn't tilt off of that. So turn finished. Wait, did Urquhart play a copper and not a carriage? I can only play treasures. Okay, I'm thinking of the other card, the courier. I'm also a bit yeah. Bit worn out. So we have 9 money here. I would want a points lead, so 4th card of something. Or a province. Yeah. Of course, adding to it that the Sybil interface is kind of unique, that you top and bottom deck a card. I don't think we had that somewhere else. Yeah. What's the local time in Japan? Could be midnight or 1 a.m. I think. But yeah. Prime Dominion time. I didn't mean the interface, I meant like the mechanic that you put 2 cards somewhere after drawing. That doesn't... yeah. It's not the interface that I meant. Yeah. It's more like the old people among us. I used to play in courtyards, just top deck 1 card, then put the carriage on the mat, but now you have to bottom deck a card. Yeah, I mean, it's not... don't think you can do the interface, you just have to get used to that. But yeah. Yeah, it's the card itself. Or JNails could turn on slow animations to see the carriage flying down the bottom of the deck. But yeah, that wouldn't increase draw probably. So Sangatsu is quite a big hand. Apparently we gained 3 cards from blockade last turn. Yeah, I mean, Sangatsu wrote himself that's like the 4 cards drawn afterwards were the deciding factor, not the misclick itself. So can Sangatsu pile here and make up 5 points? Maybe. I do not have enough knowledge about the potential 3rd action cards, where they are. But of course a province and piling could work. It seems a bit... it might be off, I'm not sure. You could turn 2 things into blockades here and use them to gain. One card a minute, or? I'm really not sure. JNails has a duchy. Oh, 3 up gatherers. Yeah, I think Sangatsu has 3 merchant camps, which they don't have, and I think there's 1 curse somewhere. Yeah, there's 1 curse. And Sangatsu's deck to make up the last point difference. So trashing that, I guess, is also worth something. But then it's a new Orca points could basically only be storeroom, or at least those would be the cheapest. So treasures blockade into carriage, goat herd into blockade. Those seem like going for the win. So we lost goat herd points, but I'm guessing goat herd is part of the pile out. Okay, drawing a lot here, but no other carriage, if there's even one more. But yeah, I will let Sangatsu do the math. It's interesting to me they didn't keep. I guess that JNails just not trash anything, so Sangatsu keeps the goat herds on the bottom, I guess. Because all the goat herds are gone now. Yeah, I guess they don't do much this turn. But it surprises me. Like, is this enough for a win? I mean, the herb gatherer thing is not random, right? It's random -1 treasure. But yeah, I agree with the sentiment. So, but here bottom decking. I don't quite see the win either. Put silver and gold away. I don't know what the reasoning behind that is, why you don't put a copper away instead of the silver. You're just playing one up gatherer, presumably. Ah, his storeroom. Okay. See, so tossed the goat herd. Okay. Yeah. Found another carriage. Yeah, that makes sense. Still, there's the first carriage. There's one blockade. Herb gatherer gives a buy, but there are two baubles as well for buy. Your money seems more like 12, 13 or something, and you need. I mean, it's not that far off, right? But maybe not close means 3 off or something. I guess you need the province, right? There aren't. Or at least the duchy. Yeah, I'm not 3 hours in. My math abilities are gone, so guesstimating is the best. best I can do now. So the Gotthard is worth 4 points, but it's also a bit dangerous. Then again, if JNails gets some points, it might be tough without it. Ooh. Sorry about that, if that was loud. So stopping here again. So gaining another storeroom, that's potentially another 4 points next turn. Gotthard, of course, got us 4 points this turn, and also 2 curses if JNails goes for the bailout. Province, and yeah, has to be storeroom. Very surprised with silver, I guess, or what the alternative is. So three transmogrify, right? As JNails, we're just going for it. Mm-hmm. Blockade in a carriage, silver blockade. Into another royal carriage. Yeah, I like that. I mean, how much does the Gotthard draw? But yeah. Probably very carefully considering the line now. But yeah, so that would leave one blockade and either 2 go turrets or 2 T-Morgs. It will end soon in number of turns. Maybe RTT will be back for the remaining games. Yeah. I mean, the Teamwork line would be no info, so. But yeah, I wouldn't rely on it either. So, oh, we see some movement. We put the Galra in hand. Good opening move, I would say. Now comes the tough one. Trashing your up Galra would be negative 4 points. That seems hard to make up. There's a gold in there. And 3 coppers. Silver's probably gone. Orca, Discarriage, T-Mog, Blockade, Grab Gatherer, Goat Herd. And Dachi for the last 3 points. But was last turn the one without the undo, or it's 2 turns ago? But yeah. Hopefully we find out the 2022 champion in 22. But I'm still optimistic. And also rooting for Cultist Big Money game. Next, is it banned? Nope. Oh yeah, Groom Rush also. Fairly quick. So we called and transmogrify. Blockade into carriage. That was Deathline. Now Silver into blockade, or is it a different one? Up Gatherer into Goatherd. Oh. This might be a pile out and lose kind of situation. Hmm. Yeah. All the time and and due to start of game and resign. I mean, there's no way out of it now. I don't think so. So it should be a trivia now. I would think. Good joke, E-detector. Still the score from a while ago. Yeah, JNails is the last American hope. I'm pretty sure. Okay, we're quite far in. And it's just in hand, right? By a lot. So yeah, I don't disagree with JNails going for it. But it did not work out. So we're moving on to match point for Sangatsu. Yeah. But yeah. Going back to JNails' start. Will be interesting to see whether they need a break or. Oh, I just missed. Yeah, you missed one game, I think. The last two were quite long each. So, and the second one as well. I think the last three were really long. So, we are now in game 5, and it's the 4th hour beginning. But we're on match point. Yeah. So if any of the 45 people want to jump in now and stop me from talking to myself into madness, it's still appreciated. Yeah. The question is, can Sangatsu still think these things through, or are we just speeding something up? No groom, no lurker hunting grounds, but yeah, there's shepherd draw, there's trashing, apprentice sentry, cemetery, and modify. Yeah, the payload again is weakish. Modify is gains. Otherwise, no extra gains, I think. So both set it for shepherd fairly quickly. Yeah, I can see modify. Yeah, this should be a well, right? For JNails. I mean, I doubt we're going to see all the shepherds, but oh, I mean, now I would be tilted too after this opening. I guess it was already kind of predictable after seeing 3 estates, but yeah, this sucks. I mean, he didn't say GG, which could be a sign, but yeah, let's not read too much into that. Yeah, I suppose Shakalaki's line might have found a shepherd here with the well and with the 3 estates. Yeah, so it's okay. So I got back to considering. Oh, I bet you did not see that one coming, chat. It's a gatekeeper. Who needs modifier sentry? If you have our orange friend in front of the gate, And we're gonna see Raider next, don't we? Yeah. Who do you wanna resign? JNails or Sangatsu? Second gatekeeper. Sangatsu won the last game. It's 3-1. And we are playing our match point game with a double gatekeeper strategy. Oh, that's a very nice cemetery. You also agree that this Quarterfinal state is fine with modify. So I think, yeah. Sangatsu's line turned out to be quite good. At least the draw with that line was pretty good, so yeah, the draw was good. I'm not defending the gatekeeper, but I'm excited for it. So 4 again, surely this is just another shepherd. Yeah, and Nails lost the well, at least. Yeah, the gatekeeper renaissance has been started. I don't know what to do with renaissances, but yeah, so this isn't looking good. I mean, considering he has a modify, I doubt it was first time JNails hit 5, but I wouldn't even mind the gold for Sangatsu and then going for provinces when you can. Yeah, modify is also good. Oh, missed the last card. That's unfortunate, especially because you don't have a god modified target. Yeah, so yeah, this game seems like it might just be almost over. Because yeah, Sangatsu had the superior draws. Even a ghost. Oh, true. It's like the Raider a counter to Shepherd, because you often have a hand with quite a bit of green and one Shepherd. could be an interaction, right? But I would also be happy with just the gold. Okay. I guess it's also a tough decision for Sangatsu. I assume it's between red and gold. I guess he could. I mean, I don't really see anything else, but I could see an action card. I suppose you just bought a ghost, so you have a village sometimes. But then again, what do you want? Another modify? Meh. Cartographer also meh. So yeah, just get the Raider. Maybe also baiting JNails into resign by taking time here. Okay, it is a gold. No? That's a nice estate on top. Do we find the last time this time? The last card, yes. Could get a ghost here as well, if we wanted to. Do ghosts also get exiled? No. But I do have to check that every time as well. So there's a case for a wishing well, because that doesn't get exiled. But then again, oh, never mind, he already got the wishing well out, so never mind. Okay, now there are green, there's one green card top decked. Okay, gets 2 gold, so presumably trying to province now. Yeah. Could have been double Raider as well for JNails, but chose not to do that. Would have been honestly a way to get back into the game. At least maybe. I suppose the ghost also kind of mitigates it, at least a bit. Yeah, I'm with you. Raiders seem fine. State into silver. That makes your deck not necessarily better, but oh, that's a nice find. I guess it's mirror into state and then province. Or silver too. Dutch and Shep could also, yeah. Oh, cartographer. Didn't see that one coming. Okay, so now one of these silvers would have been in a state had they not been modified, so okay. One gatekeeper gone into gold. I mean, that just makes it slightly better, the deck, I guess. Okay, not a great draw for JNails. Still quite a few coppers around. Question is, Duchy better or a cemetery trashing one copper? Okay, didn't find many action cards, but at least a ghost, so yeah, it should be over here, right? Can modify a province into a province and then buy one, probably. So that would be the match. I don't really see a way how JNails gets around that. Even a gain and play raider does not stop that. Okay, it's a very late ghost. Okay, so is Miller province by province safe, or maybe we can even true double with the second gold? Yeah, this is just double. So we're up to 36 points. And the gatekeeper in play. So there's one gold that Sangatsu needs to draws 6 out of 13 cards, and there are a bunch of shepherds with more things also to modify wins, so there will be at most 1 dot in the unluckiest case. So I think every news agency would call it at this stage. And this is a dot? No, that's exactly 8, okay. Yeah, congratulations on Sangatsu on advancing to the semifinal, where they will meet Marine at some point in the future. Congratulations to every viewer who made it this far. Was a long one. Hope it was still entertaining or useful. And see you all tomorrow for the first semifinal between between RTT and is Marin playing against RTT or against RTT is playing someone else tomorrow morning. Take care.